All right, this is 6th grade Excel lesson number 39. We're going to be learning about adding and subtracting fractions in word problems. I'm going to tell you right now that probably the most frequently made mistake in 5th grade and 6th grade Excel is kids leaving labels off of word problems with fractions in them. I have no idea why, like almost every student I've ever had has trouble remembering to put a label on their answers to word problems with fractions, but it just happens that way. The rest of what we're going to be learning today is easy. If you can actually remember to put labels on your fraction word problems, you'll be one of the first kids that I've ever taught that remembers to do that. So here we go with the lesson today. Cecil bought a 1/4 pound of apples and 2/3 pound of pears. How many pounds of fruit did he buy? Well, we add up to figure the total, 1/4 and 2/3. Here's 1/4 plus 2/3. Oops. And you have to find a common denominator. So we go with 12 because the least common multiple of 4 and 3 is 12. And then 4 times 3 is 12, so 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12, 2 times 4 is 8. Add the 8 and the 3, and you get 11 twelfths. 11 twelfths pound. Now, 11 twelfths of a pound actually is what that would be. A lot of kids have trouble finding the label for some reason on these types of problems. It's really simple. Almost every single problem, all you have to do is find the fraction or the mixed number in the problem and look at the word that's found right after that fraction, and that's almost always going to be your label in your answer. All right, let's do number 2 together just so we can make sure you got this. Kat bought 2.5 gallons of water. She drank 3/6 of a gallon. How many gallons does she have left? So we start off with 2.5. She drinks 3/6, which means that we're taking that away from the 2.5. And we don't have a common denominator between the 2 and the 6, so we're going to have to find that. And remember, to find a common denominator, we always take the bigger of the two denominators, which in this case is 6. We skip count by that number, and then we ask every skip count, does the smaller number go in evenly to that number that we're saying? So by skip counting by 6s, we would say 6, 12, 18, 24, and so on. So the first count of 6 is 6. We ask ourselves, does 2 go into 6 evenly? Yes, it does, because 3 times 2 is 6. So 6 is our common denominator. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. 3/6 is equal to 3/6, of course. We don't really have to even do anything with that. Now we do 3/6 take away 3/6, which is 0/6, and I don't want anybody to write 0/6 when we have 0 as the numerator. Just write nothing right here, okay? So I put it there just so you remember better that you're not going to put that. 2 take away nothing is 2. So the answer is, and again, what's our label going to be? Here are our numbers. Look at the word that's found right after that. 2 gallons. Don't forget your label. All right, moving on. We have 2 more problems for you to try right here. Pause the video, do numbers 3 and 4. Turn the video back on when you're ready to see the solutions. It says, artist bought 2 1/6 pounds of pork and 5 2/3 pounds of veal. How many pounds of meat did she buy? So we're going to write 2 1/6. I'm putting it way over here so I have plenty of room to do this, to write my common denominator out there. 5 2/3. And then I'm going to find the common denominator of 6 and 3. Skip count by the bigger number, which is 6. 6, 12, 18, 24. Okay, so the first count of 6 is 6. Does 3 go into 6? Yes, it does. So my common denominator is going to be 6. 1/6 is equal to 1/6. There's really nothing to do on that because it's the exact same thing. 3 going into 6, 3 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And now I'm going to add these together, and I'm going to go ahead and put it straight down on the line. I'm not going to write it twice. That's totally allowed. You're totally allowed to do that. You don't have to write it here and then write it again down the line. You do have to have your answers written on the line, and that's why we want to reserve this area right here that I just drew a box around for our answers. You don't want to have your show work sneaking into that spot. All right, so 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 and 5, 6. Is that the answer? Am I finished with this problem? No, I'm not done yet because I need a label on it. So here are the numbers with the labels found right after it. So the answer on the label is pounds. Number 4, Surya bought 2.5 gallons of paint. She used 1/8 of a gallon. How many gallons of paint does she have left? So again, write the problem down. Give yourself plenty of space. And since she's using paint, this is a subtraction problem. So 1/2 and 1/8. skip counting by the biggest number of the denominators. The biggest denominator is 8. Skip count by that. The first count of 8 is 8. Does 2 go into 8? Yes, it does, so that's my common denominator. 1/8 is obviously equal to 1/8. Nothing to do there. 2 times 4 is 8. 1 times 4 is 4. Now I'm going to subtract. 4/8 minus 1/8 is, and I'll just bring it straight down to here, 3/8. 2 take away nothing is equal to 2. 2 and 3/8. That's it, right? We're all finished with that problem. No, we're not finished with that problem. We have to put a label on our mixed number, our fraction, word problems. And here is the label right there. You can see it real easily after the numbers in the problem or the fractions in the problem. All right, 2 last problems to do. Pause the video, do 5 and 6. Turn it back on when you're ready to see the solutions to these. Okay, Takeo bought 1 2/3 of red fabric and 3 1/9 yards of blue fabric. How many yards of fabric did he buy in all? We have to do 1 2/3, and we're adding 3 1/9 to that. Alrighty, common denominator of 3 and 9. The biggest denominator is 9. Skip count by 9s. The first count of 9 is 9. And 3 does go into 9. So 1/9 is equal to 1/9. Nothing to do there because it's the exact same thing. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 3 is 6. We're going to add these together and get 6 plus 1 is 7. 7/9. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 and 7/9. Don't forget your label. Yes, label is yards. All right, number 6. Sage spent 1.5 hours on homework. Benji spent 3 2/3. How many more hours? Oops, can't do that. How many more hours? So we got to put the 3 2/3 on the top. How many? And they try to trick you on some of these, so you got to watch out. How many more hours did Benji spend than Sage? Benji did spend more than Sage, so we are actually going to do the subtraction. Sometimes they're going to say how many more did Sage do than Benji, and the correct answer is 0, no more time, because Sage actually spent less time than Benji. So you got to watch out for that. Excel likes to keep you on your toes. So 1 1/2, and keep you on your toes. I just gave you an idiom there, a little language arts lesson thrown in. Won't charge you for that. Okay, so 3 2/3, 1 1/2. Largest of these two is the 3. Let's skip count by 3s. 3, does 2 go into 3? No. 6, does 2 go into 6? Yes. So 6 is going to be our common denominator. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. And, oh, this is not an addition problem. This is a subtraction problem. Don't want to put that on there. 4 minus 3 is 1. 1/6. 3 minus 1 is 2. So Benji spent 2 1/6 more than Sage. Wait. 2 1/6 what more than Sage? Oh, we got to put a label on here. What do you know? Don't forget the labels. Thanks for watching.